Yusuf Estes, and I'm looking for something. Actually, I'm looking for someone. Is that someone you? I want Dawah partners, and you can be my Dawah partner right now. It's real easy. Just go to dawahpartners.com, sign up, and join me. There are 3 things that I would like for you to be able to do. Any one of them or all of them. Beautiful. Number 1, you will make dua. So you can be our Dawah partner, even if you don't go to the website, but I hope you do. Number 2, share. Share this message and let other people know about becoming Dawah partners. And number 3, help us financially. Donate on a monthly basis, even if it's small. Allah loves the thing that you do regularly, even if it's small, more than the thing that you do that's really big, but you only do it once. Join me as a Dawah partner. Do it now. Click, 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 click.
A way of life, a way of life, a way of life, a way of life. Islam is a way of life, a complete way.
International Day of Charity. That is a special day, but it should be for every Muslim to make every day a national day of charity. Let's do that. And we're coming to you almost live from our studios right here in Southern California. The show is called Talk About It, so let's talk about it. How can you talk? Well, you can pick up the phone and call us. Pick up the phone right now and dial 1-800-971-4383. That's not a real phone, by the way. Anyway, so that's how you can get started with us, and you can talk about it. Yeah. And to help us talk about it tonight, we have none other than Sister Kim. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Kim.
Wa alaikum assalam. How you doing?
Oh, I forgot to bring up the audio. Let me do that. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you hear me this time?
Mm-hmm. Loud and clear. We hear you just fine. Oh, Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much. So, sister, I think maybe an idea. Just before we came on, we had something about this particular day. This day is called a day of charity. A day of charity. International Day of Charity, as a matter of fact. So I wonder, should we put up that little thing and let people watch it again?
Yeah, let's let them watch it again.
All righty. Sunday is the International Day of Charity. This is a great day, the International Day of Charity, so that we can give and give and give. Whether we do something small or something large, the best thing is to always keep going and growing. International Day of Charity. That is a special day, but it should be for every Muslim. And that is what the International Day of Charity is all about. How can you get involved? Well, there's many charities out there. And I suggest that if you know a charity that you would like to donate to, you trust them, you're okay with it, then go right ahead. But I would encourage Muslims on two things. Number one, find a charity that is going to benefit everybody, including Muslims, And yeah, because that's a critical point. Sometimes we support things that don't benefit the Muslims, and sometimes even it's against Muslims. So I suggest you really look into that. Okay, the other thing that I would like to mention is that whenever you donate anything, be sure you don't use your zakah. Do not use your zakah unless the organization or the people that you know are qualified to accept the zakat. Some people don't know that we're not supposed to donate money of the zakat for a masjid. Yeah, they didn't know that. Some don't know that we're not supposed to donate it for schools. They don't know that. So I would like for you to just look into it. Be careful when you're donating your zakat. All right? Okay. Now, Sister Kim, if you would like to mention something about this, go right ahead.
Yeah, I definitely would. Another thing that I just want to mention, and this is speaking from personal experience, is if you decide to donate to one of the charities that offers loans to upcoming businesses mostly in third world countries, be sure you check and see if they're going to be charging interest on those loans.
I didn't know that. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. Go ahead, sister.
There's a lot of charities out there. This is a new thing that they do where they offer loans to small businesses in places like Rwanda and Gaza and stuff like that. And then they end up charging these people interest. And that's not something that we can be involved in. So be very careful of charities.
Yeah. That's a very good piece of information there. I highly recommend everybody to check that out. I didn't know that, by the way. I have been trusting people all along for this topic, and maybe I need to research a little bit more on these things. Hey, you never can tell what people are going to do, right, sister?
Yeah, it's amazing what people will do. Also be aware of anybody who contacts you directly for charity. This is something that's very common on social media, and I get several a week from people saying that they're in Palestine or people saying that they're in Africa, and they want me to donate directly to them. And while I am a very trusting person, I'm also very careful about who I donate to online. You know, there's ways that people can set up charities or funding accounts or something like that where they will provide information to prove that they are raising money for what they ask for. And then there's people who are just Joe Schmo sitting in their apartment in Cleveland telling everybody that they're in Gaza. So be very careful who you donate to.
All right. Well, okay. Now, I like to give to our charity, whatever we are doing, I like to give it out straight to the organizers themselves that I know already that have worked with us before. And I feel comfortable in that. But whenever it's somebody calling me on the phone, especially when they say this is, I'm calling for the policemen's whatever, or the veterans or whatever, because actually the Veterans Society or association, whatever it is, they don't actually make phone calls to people they don't know. And the same for the police. They don't actually call up and tell you, oh, we're raising money for this police effort and that's so on, because they know that it intimidates us, the people, you know. Whenever you say it's a policeman or the sheriff's department is calling for money, then you feel like, well, if I don't give, then they're going to give me a hard time. This is not a third world country, okay? There's not supposed to be any Rishwa, or what is Rishwa in English? Bribery.
I don't know. I guess bribery.
Bribery, yeah. There's not supposed to be any bribery. So if somebody gets caught taking a bribe, they can get in so much trouble. If a policeman takes $1 from you, or even $1 million from you, and tears up a ticket, he better be ready for a lot of heat, because if they find out, the people at large do not accept bribery. So that's a good thing.
You reminded me of a funny story. I was riding in the car with a friend of mine from Ukraine who had come over to visit. And we got pulled over because our license plates were expired. And as soon as he saw the police behind us, he reached for his wallet and started taking out money. And I'm like, no, put that away.
What was he thinking?
He was thinking that the police would be let off with the bribe.
Oh, man. Well, not in this country. Not even the politicians don't accept that. They don't like for the police to get involved in. They don't want any competition. No, I mean they don't want. What did I say?
Another thing that a lot of people aren't aware of, and we should probably mention because we are in this business, is that it's also illegal for people outside of an advertising contract to make a gift to a broadcasting organization and then receive good word about their business on that organization. So not only do we not take,
even if it's a donation, they can't do that, right?
I don't know about nonprofits. All I know about is for-profit.
Okay, so a for-profit organization that wants to accept something, and then the person that gave it comes on and wants to get elected for something or pass a bill or something, that makes sense. Though I don't like the idea either. I've had people on our show. We had the county sheriff of the county that we lived in Columbus, Ohio. What was his name? Anyway, he was going to run for mayor, and he came on the air and he talked about the benefits that he would give to the Muslims, but he didn't give us any penny. We didn't ask for anything, and we wouldn't have taken it anyway. But he was talking about in general how he would make conditions better for the Muslims there. And maybe that's why he didn't get enough votes, because enough Muslims didn't go out and support him, and enough other people, I don't want to say what party they belong to, but they already hate Islam anyway, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that raises a good question, because I've seen this come up in the news quite a bit in relation to Afghanistan. The Taliban says that they are not going to allow voting because it's against Islam.
Whoa, what?
I've read this on several.
I don't know about that. I don't think
That's
so.
what I'd like to know. I thought that Muslims were encouraged to vote.
Yeah, well, that's what I've always heard too. We'll go back on this subject though of the donations and charity, because today is the one day that we have a chance to really reach out to non-Muslims and let them also donate if they would like to, because the idea behind giving on this particular day for the people here, it says international, but I know that this is really a thing that's going on in America more than any place else. So if anybody would like to donate, we can tell you real easy how it is. I don't have anything prepared for it, but I will tell you. It's called DonateIslam.com. If you go to DonateIslam.com, you'll be able to see what we're talking about. Sister Kim, let's go back. Whatever you want to talk about, but go ahead.
Well, I just thought you might want to mention some of the things that we funded through DonateIslam.com.
Well, that is a good idea, and I can put that up there. That's a very good idea. Let's see if we can bring it up so that everybody can see it. This is
because I think a lot of people think it's just the TV station, and it's a lot more than just the TV station.
Well, that's true. It is a lot more, but also it is the TV station. I'd like for everybody to know that you're watching Guidus TV, but at the same time, the support for Guidus TV really needs to be there. So we encourage everybody to do your part. And if you say, well, I'm kind of financially stressed out right at this time, well, there's another way you can do it and still get the reward with Allah and help us stay on the air too. And that's just by telling people how they can donate. Let's take a look at this though. Here it goes. This is our projects. Let me click it so that.
You're watching The Newsroom, Islam Newsroom. The news you want, when you want it, from the Islamic perspective.
Now we have some websites, alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Who is Allah?
Maybe we'll even see somebody enter into Islam.
Excuse me, do you believe in God?
Why do we call him Allah?
One more time, everyone. Okay, good.
These are the ones that we're going to be mailing out.
Ilaha. Illa. Allah.
And I bear witness that Muhammad.
That's right, we're right across the river from Palestine, as a matter of fact, here in Aqaba. The new moon, the Hilal, has been sighted for the month of Shawwal.
When the adhan is called, it doesn't matter where you are. You go and you make your salah, alhamdulillah.
Now, I think this is something that, inshallah ta'ala, we'll all be able to benefit from.
I'm going to stop that right there because we've had complaints from Facebook itself saying that that drum beat is something that's copyrighted. I didn't know that, so we'll take that off of there. And I'll just go now to show you some of the featured projects that we have. Let's see if we can put that up big enough that you can see it. I don't know how that's going to work. I have not done it before, but let's see. I think I'll need to squeeze it over. Yeah, let's see if that works. Nope, it didn't work. Well, let's see. Maybe if I squeeze this down. Sister, you had a good idea about helping us, and I think that we're going to see if we can do that some way. Anyway, here is a picture. This is Recite on TV, our Quran videos. So anybody who would like to recite on TV, they can join. The children especially, you know, that we have a contest every year. Now the contest is only for the children, but anybody can call in and recite on TV. But the contest we have has a website, and then we have prizes that we offer out and everything like that. So this is the Quran videos that you're seeing right here. And there's another project. Now that one has been funded about 28.47, almost 29%. All right. So then there's the subject of our websites. Our websites. Now this is real important, because there's a series of over 4,400, And now it's over 4,400 of the different domains that we have on the internet, and over 200 of them are actually working domains full time that have to be monitored and sponsored and everything throughout every minute of every day. All right, so that really does help. And a lot of people have pulled stuff from our original websites and put them out there so that other people can see it too, and we're getting the reward for that. There's no problem. So if you would like to sponsor something like this, you can also donate Islam.com. Now, Share Islam Dawah, that one has been funded about 50, almost 60%. And we have probably another 4,000 to go on that one. And then this was our anniversary special that we did, our 10th anniversary. And that one was funded 100%. And then our Free Quran Project, and that's coming up again. Now, the Free Quran Project is every single year, it has always been sponsored 100%. 100% sponsoring. Now, the Qurans are donated to us, and then we're taking care of the packaging and sending them out. But we usually have anywhere from 5,000 to 20,000 on hand to give out to different, like, libraries, organizations, and anybody that needs translations. These translations of the Quran are actually the best that I can find. That doesn't mean that it's the best that you could find, but I like it when it says things about jihad in an appropriate way. I like it when it says things about zawaj in an appropriate way. When it's talking about marriage, it's talking about family, it's talking about the things that we struggle and strive with every day. I like for it to get the right influence from the Quran. So again, that's this is a great chance for you to get a lot of reward with Allah, and it's all on afreequran.com is where you can order it. afreequran.com, you can order it. You can also click the link at the bottom, it says donate, and it'll take you right back to this page so that you'll be able to donate if you wanted to. But this idea of putting the Quran, the best English translation on earth, is still not perfect, you know that. But at least we got something to give to the libraries, something to give to the politicians, something to give to the newspaper people that are writing stories about us. And then see, if they go to a translator, and it happens to be somebody that's a translator against Muslims, maybe they don't even really know about Islam, but they don't like Muslims in general. So they had a bad experience, so they'll twist the things to say what they want to say. And I think that that's not a good idea. I think every journalist who wants to write about Islam should have this particular Quran available, and it's called Sahih International. Sister, do you know about Sahih International? Have you ever used it or read it?
I have, excuse me, I have a copy of their translation. Yes, I've read it, and it's very good.
Do you know who actually translated it?
I don't know off the top of my head, no.
This was translated by a sister from California. Originally, she was in California, right where our studios are, real close to where she grew up, you know. And so she told me that she used to be a surfer girl. And I was like shocked because she's much my senior, so she's quite older. And first of all, let's pray for her because she's having trouble with her eyesight. She's losing her eyesight, so we need to make dua. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala correct her vision, make everything clear for her, and make it easy. But now, after she came to Islam, she became an Arabic teacher. She learned Arabic and became teaching people that are non-Muslims or non-Arabs anyway in Saudi Arabia. She moved to Mecca, and Mecca. Can you imagine? So she's there, and she did this wonderful work. She had a partner with that, a sister by the name of Amatullah, and Amatullah Bentley is actually from Minnesota. Don't you know? Yeah. And so between the two of them, they made up this. The sister Muhammad translated it, and then Sister Amatullah Bentley got with her, and then they made a deal with Abul Qasim and Abul Qasim Publishers, and he did all of that, the negotiating and back and forth, and got it circulated. And they didn't tell anybody in Saudi at that time. You know, the people were kind of like, women don't need to go out of the kitchen, they don't need to go out of the laundry, stay in the house, so no driving the cars, that kind of thing. And here's two Americans that are converts thinking like, hey, I want to do something. And they tried to open up a shop. And the shop that they opened, they wouldn't let, believe it or not, this is not talking about Afghanistan now, this is talking about Saudi Arabia. And she went outside to do some painting on the wall. And they told her, no, you have to go back in your house. You have to hire somebody to do that. Yeah, subhanallah. Anyway, well, we were there. We had a great time. And they made sure that we had access to the Holy Quran. The translation that the sister Muhammad did, which is called Sahih International. And that was the name that it was put out under. And then later, after it became circulated worldwide, millions and millions of copies, then we find out, and it's public knowledge now, that a sister from California is the one who translated it. And she did not base it on previous translations. And this is the good part. I have in my library here, I can't see it right now, but I have one of the old original translations of Quran by George Sale. Now, George Sale translated the entire Quran, the whole entire Quran. All right? But this is my point. He hated Islam. So this is the Quran right here that Sister Muhammad worked on, and she did that. A wonderful, wonderful, beautiful thing that she did. Now, I want to mention that here, that this is what's on the website, okay? It says, Free Qurans by Yusuf Estes. Now, I did not write that Quran, and my guys that put up the website for us, they should have said available by, the Heritage Foundation or something like that. But the way it looks like I translated the Quran. I can't translate the Quran. I barely get by with reading for myself. So I'm not going to go there. That's not going to be my thing, Okay, now let's see. Okay, this is our website for learning the Quran. It's called recitequran.com. Recitequran.com. You can see it right there. And again, it said by Yusuf Estes. No, actually, I didn't even make the website up. I didn't make the website, and I didn't even make that image up. But I tell you what, I use this all the time. I'd like to show you a little bit about that before we take our break, okay? Recitequran.com. It's real simple. Just type in recitequran.com, and this is what will pop up, all right? Now, on this side of the page, over on the left, you can see where it says page, chapter, and so on. Let's just go to the first chapter, Al-Fatiha. Now, in order to do this properly, I want to show you, first of all, this is Al-Fatiha, all right? So, there's an arrow that you can see right here, an arrow right under the A in Fatiha. You see that little arrow? Click on it.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
Now listen
in
to
the
the
name of
translation.
Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
All praise is due to Allah, Lord of the world.
Ar-Rahmanir Rahim.
The entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
Maliki Yawmiddin.
Sovereign of the day of recompense.
Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in.
It is you we worship and you we ask for help.
Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim.
Guide us to the straight path.
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
The path of those upon whom you have bestowed favor, not of those who have evoked your anger or of those who are astray.
MashaAllah. So you can see how easy that is to utilize it, all right? However, there's a whole lot more to it because it will give you the individual pronunciation. Let's, for instance, at the very last word was Dhalin, which means Dalala, or the people that are lost. They're not guided, all right? So I want to know how to say it. So I can actually just click on the word. See it light up? See it light up in the light blue? Okay, listen.
Ad-Dallin.
All right, now let's go to
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
It went back.
ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه.
Yeah.
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
So what happened? I was using the last word. So if you play the last word, it'll go to the next surah or chapter of the Quran. So I was going to show you something though. Let's take a look at this again. All right. I see if I can make it work out for you. All right. Yeah, this is maybe a little bit better. It actually says wala dhalin, and not the way of those who are lost. Okay. So if I want to hear all of it, I can click on this right here.
Wala.
Wala.
Bismillahir Rahmanir
Al-Muflihun.
No. It pulled a trick on me. Yeah. All right, let's go back one more time to Fatiha. Let me choose something else, not at the very end like that. Here we go. This one is an easy one because it's not going to jump to another surah. Here we go. Watch this. I wanted to hear this repeated several times.
Ar-Rahmani.
Oh, Ar-Rahmani. Okay, I see there's a silent H, but I need to make it Ar-Rahmani. Okay, so I'll click it again.
Ar-Rahmani.
Now the next word right after that looks identical. It looks like it's the same thing, except there is a little line over the round circle there, that little line. And now when I click on this one right here, that has the line under it. So what is this?
Ar-Rahim.
Ar-Rahim.
Ar-Rahmani. Ar-Rahim.
Now, I want to know what it would sound like when we put them together, because these little gray sticks that are standing up right here, they're actually something that elongates it and connects everything. So watch this.
Ar-Rahmani Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahmani Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahmani Ar-Rahim.
Now, if I click on the arrow button, watch what happens.
Ar-Rahmani Ar-Rahim.
So this teaches you how to make the connection, how to pronounce the letters. And if that wasn't enough, this has a drop-down menu. You can choose your reciters. Maybe you'd like to have a different reciter. Maybe you'd like Minshawi or Muhammad Jibril. Or maybe you'd like to have Minshawi's different recitations, or Nasr al-Khatami, or Sad al-Ghamdi. He's all of these are great reciters. So let's change it. I'm going to change this and then apply the changes. Watch what happens now.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Totally different, isn't it, sister?
Yes, it is.
All right. So what do you think if we take a break right now?
I think that's a great idea.
All right. Well, tell everybody what to do.
Stay tuned and stay guided with Guide Us TV.
All right. Good idea. And here's how you can support us. This is Yusuf Estes, and I'm looking for something. Actually, I'm looking for someone. Is that someone you? I want Dawah partners, and you can be my Dawah partner right now. It's real easy. Just go to dawahpartners.com, sign up, and join me. There are 3 things that I would like for you to be able to do. Any one of them or all of them. Beautiful. Number 1, you will make dua. So you can be our Dawah partner, even if you don't go to the website, but I hope you do. Number 2, share. Share this message and let other people know about becoming Dawah partners. And number 3, help us financially. Donate on a monthly basis, even if it's small. Allah loves the thing that you do regularly, even if it's small, more than the thing that you do that's really big, but you only do it once. Join me as a Dawah partner. Do it now. Click, 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 click.
And we're back with Sheikh Yusuf Estes on Let's Talk About It. And tonight we're talking about charity, because it is the International Day of Charity. Now, I do have a question about charity. We know that when we give to charity, obviously the people that we give to benefit. Does the giver get any benefit?
Well, first of all, for the materialistic person who is interested in getting rewards from the government, okay, they will get a tax deduction for anything that's given to a nonprofit organization. And in the case where they give charity to their brothers or sisters or, family or whatever, they can say, well, I loaned it to them, but they never paid me back. So that's also a tax deduction. But that's not what we're after. We as Muslims would like to get the rewards with Allah. Now, Allah can help us in this life. He does. He helps a lot of people. Even the non-Muslims get help from Allah. They don't know it, but it's coming from Allah. But the biggest thing that we really want is those rewards on the day of judgment. Because guess what? On that day, none of us are going to be able to come up with anything other than what we've already done. If we haven't done it, it doesn't count. You can have all the intention on the day of judgment to do whatever. It's not going to work. Your intention is now. Make the sincere intention that I'm going to do something, and then do it. Do your best to do it. If you said, well, if I had $1 million, be careful. Be careful. I'm sure that somewhere along the line that Bill Gates said something like that when he was a little kid. If I had $1 million, I would, yeah, well, he did do something. Yeah, you remember about, what was it, 10 years ago, maybe longer, that he gave $1 billion to India to get that structure going over there with the, to utilize the efforts of the people there, to put them to work, to make them, unfortunately they're doing call centers now and driving us crazy, but at least they got jobs, right? I think that's a good thing. So yeah, we want the rewards from Allah. That's the biggest thing, sister. Go ahead.
And can the rewards from Allah, if people set up an ongoing gift to charity, does that benefit them after they pass on?
Most of the Muslims are already aware of something like that. It's called Sadaqah Jariyah. Because our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, peace be upon him, he told us real crystal clear. He said, when you die and you're in the grave, everything stops. No matter what you have done in this life, it is over, it is gone, except for three. Except for three. And he mentioned one of those is Sadaqah Jariyah. Sadaqah Jariyah. And that is the continuous charity that keeps going and keeps growing. And we work with a lot of projects that are all three. Yeah. And that's why I encourage people to, if you have zakah, that's a good thing to utilize it. Be sure when you donate, by the way, you do it under our Estes Heritage Foundation. And also, if it's to any other group, be sure that they can accept the zakat properly, all right? And distribute it properly, all right? So that is one thing. Another thing that we have that I like to emphasize is that the charity that keeps going and growing like that can also be shared later by other people. For instance, let's say Yusuf Estes established a charity, which I did, and then somebody else, not even related to me, said, oh, I want to do something with this, and I wish I had more money. Maybe I'll donate $5 or $10 or $100, whatever they can do. But then they say, you know what? I want to share it with other people, and I'm gonna put it out here so other people can know about this. Hey, so and so, look at what this deal is. We're, for instance, right now we're in the progress of today. We're making connections with Uganda to put water wells in there. And water wells in other places in Africa, we've already been established doing that. So, and then in Indonesia, we're building bridges over there between different parts of these little, like river streams and stuff, so that people can get across from one part of an island to the other without having to walk all the way around. So that's another project we have. The Free Quran Project, I already told you about that. Then the charity for this particular television station. This is only supported by gifts from donors like you. Donors like you. If you support us, then alhamdulillah, you'll be included in our prayers, because we make dua every single night for every person that we can, that's helped us in the past, helping us now, or that will help us in the future. Yeah, that's one of the du'as that we make. Seriously, I want to talk about the salah, that tahajjud. When a person's making tahajjud and they put their head on the ground to Allah in the middle of the night, nobody's there. They can keep asking and asking and asking and asking. Allah never gets tired of all you're asking. In fact, He appreciates it. He loves you for that. And keep asking Him, keep asking, and you'll be surprised. Because what He hates is somebody asking Him in the name of a false God. Oh yeah. When I was still in the Christianity, I used to get all kinds of things, and I would make some little donation out here and then pray. But because there is shirk within that prayer, if you're not praying directly to Allah, then He doesn't like it, and He hates it, and He will immediately give you what you want just so you shut up. Yeah. By the way, don't become a non-believer just for that. That's a real stupid thing to do. Right, sister?
Yes. Excuse me. And coming from a pagan, or I should say an ex-pagan, I was a pagan 15 years, I can say that not only will Allah, say, oh yeah, take it, I don't want to hear from you anymore. But the jinn will mess with your head. Because they'll make you think that you are a powerful wizard or whatever you want to call yourself. But some of the jinn love shirk. And they love messing with people who commit shirk. And they are just happier and happier to see them going down the rabbit hole. So don't go there.
Yeah, my first marriage was to a pagan, actually. She didn't call herself that. She would say that she doesn't like pagans and stuff, but she would tolerate them, But actually, it was like a good witch kind of a thing. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, yes. White witches.
White witch. She never said white, but she definitely had these ideas. She didn't eat any meat, and she was a total vegetarian or fruitarian, mostly eat fruit and raw food. She called herself a raw fooder. And but after 6 months of that, I thought, it's time for me to move on. It's too much for me. So.
Yeah, I see that a lot in pagan communities where people you have a phone call.
Joe S.H. Yusuf.
All right, let's take that phone call. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam. How are you?
MashaAllah, Brother James, MashaAllah. Brother Habib, I should call you by your Muslim name, right?
Well, either one works. I actually haven't really changed my name.
I didn't either.
Lately, so
I never did that. I didn't want to confuse anybody. I said that's the name that the folks gave me, and I didn't want to alienate my parents. However, they've both passed on now, but I still, I'm not going to change anything. Estes is our family name, and I would like to keep that because it actually has a meaning. Ostez that's what it's derived from. The meaning in Spain and in Iran, or it used to be Persia, that means Ostez, or Turkish. It's also Turkish. It means a teacher, a professor, somebody like that. So yeah. Anyway, but
in your case, it's a very suiting name.
Yeah, hey, I didn't think about that, but yeah, you're right. I have been introduced as Ostez Estes, and I thought to myself, he just said my name twice. Anyway,
I was listening to the show, and I'm really glad that you're pointing out the different things, like when anybody donates to Guidance TV, the different things that Guidance TV does in regards to people learning the Quran, and that website looks to be really interesting, and I think it would be very helpful for people that are wanting to learn how to recite the Quran and doing it in a proper way.
Okay, that website. Yeah, that website is called Recite Quran, but I'm about to show them another one that is called Recite on TV. Now, Recite on TV, I'm putting it up there right now. You can't see it yet, but if you're watching, you watch in a few minutes and you'll see it. About 1 minute, it'll go by. Now, Recite on TV, these are the kiddos that recited, and this is the winner of, he got second place last year, and he got first place this year. His voice changed, and it was so amazing. But there were so many amazing kiddos that it was very hard for us, the judges, actually. When they heard these, they said, it's impossible. How can we judge? And this was another real cute and wonderful reciter. His name is Abir, and here is Abdul Basit. Yeah, that is a famous reciter, by the way, but he's named after him. Here he is, mashallah. And all I'm doing is just moving this up so everybody can see these kiddos. Here's Ahmed Bari. Oh, he recited several for us. Oh, yeah, he did a really good job. And he uploaded them all. And then this one, you can't see his head because whoever, they cut off his head when they were shooting this, their parents, you know. Ethan, his name is Ethan Gonzalez. And Ethan is a real good reciter. And here's a sister. We have Malik, I think her name is Malik Mujahid Salkhin. I don't know if I pronounced her name properly. But this is, a wonderful chance for these kiddos to express themselves. And I'll just give you a few more. I'll put them up there so that people can see this. Here's another sister, by the way. Oh, Miriam Ali, real good reciter. She was in our age group 8 to 12, and we give first prizes to each of the groups. Each age group we gave first prizes to in the sum of $100. And there's one that's still out there that needs to contact us, by the way. I remembered to say that. And another point is that we had a first place winner of the whole entire thing. And that was Ahmed that you saw there. Here is Asmani, and he is in the age 8 to 12. Then here is Khadija, and I think she was in the 8 to 12. Yeah, it says that. And then here's another little girl, Adia Jalil. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And it's real easy just to click it and then listen to the children recite. Here she is.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aida Jawa and I'm 8 years old. And
it's hard to hear her. Let's see if we can increase that a little bit.
آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير.
MashaAllah. I won't play the whole thing because we're going to run out of time. But I'm so glad that you called in, Habib, because this really gives us a chance to talk about these websites. Because if you think about it, if nobody supported any of this, then it wouldn't be long before we'd be off the air. We wouldn't have anything going anymore. And that would be too sad, really sad. So.
Yes. And see, the thing is, when people realize that when you donate, it's not just for the broadcast of the TV channel, but it's so much more.
Yeah.
It's the encouragement of children to recite the Quran. It's, to help people that are new converts to learn the Arabic so they can, in regards to praying, in regards to better understanding Allah. So there's so many things that is offered. So I would pray and ask Allah that more people would donate to Guidance TV for that reason. And Allah reward them for this. And I think every Muslim knows this anyway. But I do encourage this.
Yeah, I think that whenever somebody sees the effort that we're doing with the websites and with the children and the other charities, we work alongside of other charities as well. Like, for instance, when we did the first water wells back in 2009, the first ones that I was involved with, that was with Islamic Relief in UK. And then we've also worked alongside of the Islamic Relief in Australia. And Mercy Without Limits, we've toured with them actually and helped them in raising funds for the refugees. So each one of these things that I check out before I get involved, and I know the people personally, and then we go and then we do this, and then people are comfortable by donating. People still ask me to come and do something in UK, and they say, we want you to come because we trust you and we know that you'll do the research. Okay. Now the other project that we just have raised several million for is the biggest masjid there in the New York City area. Have you heard about that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
I like to support anything and everything that will help people get a better understanding of what real Islam is about. And if you've got hungry people out there and homeless people out there, and you're saying that, oh, we do this and we do that, I'm not really interested in what you got to say, because you're not taking care of the right thing at the right time. So it's good to give out the Qurans, and we do that. And it's good to have the websites. It's good to have the broadcast. But what about feeding the people? What about the homeless? What about the clothing? What about the blankets that these little refugee kids need to cover up with? And frankly, there's not enough of us really doing this work. So I'll encourage you. You called me, so I'm going to encourage you, Habib, to do something with your life, to do like giving back, if you get my drift.
Yeah, I get your drift. And see, the thing is, with me, I also encourage other people to do the same thing.
That's beautiful. That's the best.
And I think I told you this before. Somebody's passing by my house, and they're looking for something to eat. I'm going to give them a meal. This is a given. Even if I see somebody that's going to the mosque, because I live in the same building as the mosque. There was one brother that stayed overnight. He ate in my house. So I mean, it was this type of thing that you give back, and it doesn't have to be a big thing that you're giving back. You don't have to give like $1 million. Like I'm not going to pray for $1 million to give anything, because I can still give from what I have.
We got to go off the air, brother. Sorry, but I got to cut you off. Yeah, call me back on Wednesday, because tomorrow night and the next night is doctors. So everybody stay tuned and stay guided with Guidus TV. And remember, support, support, support. Sunday is the International Day of Charity. International Day of Charity. That is a special day, but it should be for every Muslim to make every day a national day of charity. Let's do that. This is Yusuf Estes, and I'm looking for something. Actually, I'm looking for someone. Is that someone you? I want Dawah partners, and you can be my Dawah partner right now. It's real easy. Just go to dawahpartners.com, sign up, and join me. There are 3 things that I would like for you to be able to do. Any one of them or all of them. Beautiful. Number 1, you will make dua. So you can be our Dawah partner, even if you don't go to the website, but I hope you do. Number 2, share. Share this message and let other people know about becoming Dawah partners. And number 3, help us financially. Donate on a monthly basis, even if it's small. Allah loves the thing that you do regularly, even if it's small, more than the thing that you do that's really big, but you only do it once. Join me as a Dawah partner. Do it now. Click, 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 click.